Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze is a contested catch beast. But let's take a look at the All-22 together and we'll discuss whether he's the perfect fit for the Jets at number 10. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, and this time we're diving into Rome Odunze. Now, I'm going to be honest, on first viewing, I didn't fall in love with his tape. I had some reservations, probably because of past wide receivers I've loved. The Denzel Mims, Hakeem Butler, Laquan Treadwell type player. Contested catches, big body, vertical threat, who have struggled to separate at the next level. Now, Odunze is a much better player than those guys. He's got a scintillating skill set, but you can see my concerns. Let's start with undoubtedly the biggest strength to his game, and that's the contested catches in the red zone. It's Brandon Marshall-esque. Here he is, left-hand side of your screen. Off the snap, you're going to see Odunze win with a split release to the outside, little separation, but at the catch point, he is just a dog. I want you to watch how he flashes late hands. Balls in the air, but he doesn't get those hands up till late. He doesn't alert the DB, makes the catch above the rim, and that's a touchdown for the Huskies. These plays were literally all over the film. He doesn't need separation because he's such a contested catch beast, but will that translate in the NFL? I guess time will tell. Here's another one from the exact same game to win it against Oregon. Left-hand side of the Huskies formation. You're going to see almost the identical thing. Again, we're going to see split release to the outside, minimal separation, but he is just dominant when the ball is above the rim and he can make catches outside of his frame. Rome Odunze feasted here. I mentioned Brandon Marshall because in 2015, how many catches did you see like this from Fitz to Marshall? He caught 74% of contested catches in his final college season. That is absurd. It's a huge strength for Rome Odunze. But on top of being dominant in the red zone, Odunze is a special vertical threat. My only issue with this part of his game is that once again it's kind of predicated around contested catches rather than separation. But here's a fantastic example against Michigan State. Odunze is the number 1 receiver, top of your screen. I want you to watch how he doesn't explode off the line here. It's not about separation here as he's running vertically, but at the catch point, that is as special as you get. Rome Odunze may lack a little bit of athleticism and raw acceleration, but this is something you can't teach. You want to talk about going up above the rim and getting it? Look at the extension at the catch point. That is a freakish athlete. Rome Odunze is incredible when he's running vertically at tracking the football, making an adjustment, and then going and plucking that ball outside his frame. That is elite deep threat potential from Rome Odunze. And here's another snap that really emphasizes what a great vertical receiver Rome Odunze is. He's at the top of your screen, the head of the bunch. You're going to notice, though, this is about intelligence. We've got middle field closed. We have a safety patrolling center field. Rome Odunze has to take an inside release. Look how he stacks the corner and then breaks to the space on the inside, adjustment when the ball's in the air, and secures it for another Huskies touchdown. But he is just elite at tracking that ball over the shoulder, at finding his way to the football, and then if he gets hands on it, it's going to be a catch. I like the way he stacks the corner, makes him play trail technique, a little bit more speed and vertical threat here. Rome Odunze, he can do that all day long. But for mine, the most challenging area of Rome Odunze's game to break down was the route running against man coverage. Now, there are analysts like Daniel Jeremiah who think that he's a Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper style dude, but I just didn't see the consistent change of direction or that elite side-to-side burst. I think he's smooth, but sometimes that separation just was not consistent. Here are some examples of what I'm talking about. Odunze at the bottom of your screen against Michigan, championship game, when he's running deep, struggles to get the separation, receiver over the top, there's nothing there. Again, from the same game, top of your screen this time, little stutter step outside release, hands-on in press coverage, in perfect position in the hip pocket. Odunze just doesn't have the ability and tempo in his routes to blow by someone, to fool them, and that nuance is sometimes lacking. Another clip against Arizona, top of your screen. When running vertically, if the corner is in good position in man coverage and he isn't in off with 10 yards of separation, he often ends up in the hip pocket, getting a play on the ball, and Odunze kind of struggles to separate. But in saying that, there are some really nice clips that I've found. Going back to the championship game against Michigan in a fantastic matchup against a really high caliber corner, when you give him separation at the bottom of your screen, look what Odunze can do against off. Really nice double move, little up and go, and that's an easy 30 yards. But he really dominates these situations against off coverage. You're not seeing the great reps against man as frequently. Here's a couple though, against Michigan State. You're going to see this time kind of separates twice on this route, and I love this from Rome Odunze. Really nice little 3-step jab to the inside, puts his foot in the ground, and look at the separation we create. Now, quarterback's late, he's flush from the pocket, I understand, but Odunze does have the ability to be sharp in and out of his breaks. The release was quick, it was efficient to the inside, and then he separates at the top of the route as well. One more example, this time from the red zone. Rome Odunze, something we've talked about a little bit before. You're going to see the fade in the red zone. That's where he eats. But look at the separation he gets with this release. Very similar, a little 3-step jab to the outside. If this ball's on time and early and thrown to the pylon, this should be a touchdown for the Huskies. Ball's late, eyes to the wrong side. It is incomplete. But I just wanted to emphasize it. I think he has the capabilities. I just think it was inconsistent. Really nice release. Sell stutter to the inside, jab to the outside, throw that ball to the back pylon. Rome Odunze is an inconsistent route runner. I think he can get better, but I don't think it's the strength of his game. So guys, there's a mini breakdown of Rome Odunze. And the question I'm going to get in the comments is, who would you prefer at number 10? Brock Bowers or Odunze? My gut feeling is still Bowers. I understand that wide receiver is a more important premium position, but I think Odunze has his limitations. His comparison for me is Courtland Sutton. He's that type of receiver. Red zone, deep threat, 14 yards per catch, but I think he could struggle at the intermediate level early on in his NFL career. I think Bowers is still the pick if the Jets go a weapon at number 10.